Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time coming across this channel, please don't make it your last. Subscribe, like, comment, and share this video if you end up enjoying it. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. So today I have a guest with me.
Yeah.
Say something.
Yeah, this is David, and we are here to, make it all fun for you guys so we have a bunch of questions we need to talk about.
Ooh. Okay, so today I brought David specially to the channel because I want to be asking him questions we are too scared to ask men. So today's episode is called Questions Girls Are Too Scared to Ask Men. So question number one. How do guys see a woman that makes the first move? So when I talk about first move, I'm talking about when, a guy or a girl sees a guy and she approaches the guy and says things like, I like you and I want us to be friends, or want us to have a relationship, or anything like we could be friends already, and then I just approach and say, I think I'm starting to like you and I want us to have a relationship. So how do men see girls that do that?
Um, I personally I don't think it's a big deal,
Okay.
but I think it depends on the person and what that person is doing in that particular time. If that person is the kind of person that is focused on or is not having too much going on at that point in time, he might be down for a relationship and he might be ready to give it a go. But if he's not, or probably maybe he's dating somebody else, he might just feel like, okay, this girl like me, how do I do, play one or two fast moves, and that's what happens in most of the cases.
So are you trying to say that if a girl should approach like that and you're not having any relationship, you would, be up for it?
I would like to know what we have to talk
What
about
we can
things.
work on.
We have to talk about things.
Why are you
Definitely.
trying to sound indifferent?
No.
Like you're not like you sound like you're not going to say no. You're not going to say yes.
The fact is, I think I would let her know the truth about if I'm in a relationship at that point in time.
No, I'm saying now you're not in a relationship.
Okay, if she's not, if you're not in a relationship, definitely you kick something and see how it goes.
So
she's
you
beautiful.
Yes to her.
She's beautiful, yes.
Oh, wow.
Because first of all, I think men we admire people that can,
have the
boldness to like spill out their guts and say whatever it's.
So you heard ladies make that first move today. Do guys care about a girl's body count? Is it a big deal? Do you think it's something that they hold on to so tight?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, guys cares a lot about their, like, I'm just trying to put myself in the shoes now. Like, if I know, I wouldn't approach a lady that I know somebody else has, had one or two things to do with. I would not want to do that because I would not even want to see myself like have a fragment of imagination of what they experience together, that kind of stuff. So I think guys, it's just like you picking up a car, like a new car now from maybe like a car stand or whatsoever. Definitely you would like to even know the condition and everything, if there is anything wrong. If you know that this is the place that this is the person that is driving the car, will you even want to buy it?
So
all those kind of things.
When I say body count, I'm not saying people should actually have something to do like sexually, right?
Okay.
When she now tells you, okay, I've had like 50 body count, I've slept like she's telling you numbers now.
Yeah, I still think it is
a big deal.
It's a big deal because for a lady that has, I don't think that kind of conversation is something I even want to know. Okay. First of all, I don't think I want to bother my conscience with that kind of question, knowing how many body counts my girlfriend or whoever at that point in time has. I don't think I want to know, but because if I do know it, it starts to creep in. I start to, we are all human beings and we tend to judge. Even without knowing, we do it. Yeah. So I think that's something everybody needs to consider. So before you know it, you just see people, they start taking their step backwards one after the other.
Okay, interesting. You think a girl can make a guy ready for marriage? So if you're dating somebody and let's say you're not ready for marriage, but are there some certain things you can do? Because there's this thing that goes on, like girls feel like, okay, if you cook for a guy, clean for him, do some certain things, somehow you're going to make him ready for marriage. So is there anything a girl in a relationship with a guy that is supposedly not ready for marriage or not saying anything about marriage? Is there anything she can do to make that guy ready for marriage?
I personally don't think it works like that. Like a girl trying to make somebody getting ready for marriage. It's only if that person is not thinking straight. Marriage has to be a decision that both people they have to be ready to
on their own.
come together and say, okay, this is it now. Let's take this step one. So I think I can face it. I think I cannot, and stuff like that. Because a lot of people are carried away. There are a lot of people that does those kind of things. Like maybe somebody push them. Like any of them can like push each other to marriage, and at the end of the day, the whole thing will just not
crumble.
she get. It has to be something that okay, we need to be ready. Like mind,
body, soul.
Yes, everything has to be together. Like yes,
So
we are ready for this. Let's make this move.
You cannot make
I don't think it's a good idea. It's not even a good idea to even start making that kind of runs.
Exactly. Next question is: do you feel weird when the girl you like starts to ask you for money?
The girl I like starts to ask me for money. I don't think there's anything wrong with the girl I like asking me for money. I don't even think she needs to even ask you for money before you can even, know when to even.
That's interesting. I like that.
Yes, definitely. I don't think it's someone like my conscience will judge me if I like somebody and I cannot help the person in the time, like if she needs it and I it's not. Then I think that's what leads to a lot of all these controversies we see around in relationships when one other person is too scared or one other person can't ask or for certain things. I don't think it's good, and it will demand the other person trying to seek it from somewhere else, and a lot of things.
What you're trying to say now is a man that doesn't give in a relationship simply doesn't like it as much.
I don't think it does, because I think all men with their values, like high value men, we like prefer to protect and provide anybody they are into, anybody they want to have anything to do with.
Pretty interesting. Why do men ghost after they do the do? In quotes, so do the do, you guys get drift. But yeah, why are a lot of men, when they come on to you, they're all sweet, they're doing everything nice, and once they are able to hit it, it's like game over.
Okay, good. I think in this question, I think two things comes to play.
Okay.
First thing I would say is, there are some kind of feelings you have for somebody. You don't know it until you have. Most of all those things are like based on infatuation. You don't even really know what is going on. Everything is just like it's just like a mirage. When you have sex, yes, probably maybe what you are seeing, the package, all those kind of stuff is just flaunting across your eyes, and you feel like, oh my, this is a go, I must get this, and definitely a lot of ladies fall in love with the things they hear. So definitely guys will just like to play their cards and see if it works fine. And
so another thing, what you want to hear.
Yeah.
And when they hit it, they're off.
Yeah. So I think it happens a lot. And I think the second thing is probably they might not even like the lady, or they might have a turn off. Maybe after meeting the lady and there's some kind of weird
attributes,
weird experiences. And ladies tend to open up a lot more when after they've had sex. Or they've had something to do with. I think a lot of ladies open up, they feel much more comfortable.
So they are now.
So when they release, they release all this, when they release all those endorphins, those like just feel like okay, they're at home.
When they're not packaging anymore.
Then guys will just, oh my god, so this is a whole mess from the start. So a lot of them will just pull out. They don't even know when they pull out sometimes. A lot of guys are so sharp that they just disappear.
Oh wow, really? So two things I got from what you said is that first of all, maybe he wasn't even interested out in the first place, or he didn't know what he wanted from her. Is that, or he probably just wanted sex, and the second time he has seen some things that turned him off?
I don't think it's just like looking into. Nobody knows the future. I don't think every relationship in the world is based on you knowing what you want. You just feel like, okay, this thing you can bear, this thing, let's go on. Whatever comes along, you are ready to.
In the long run, you now find out
that okay, this
is what you want or not.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's how it plays.
Why do men find it difficult to express their emotions? Like men are so, they try, like when I say emotions, they have it, like how do I put it? So women are more expressive when it comes to what they want emotionally. There's some things that happens and the girl starts to tear up. Okay. I'm not saying men should necessarily tear up, but they'll let you know that this is what you've done that hurts them, or this is what, like, they show their emotions. But men are the exact opposite.
Yes. Okay. And this, okay, good. This goes out to all men out there. I don't think a man, you are allowed to show your emotions to any girl. Don't show emotions.
Interesting.
This is one thing. Let me tell you something. I think every lady out there, wants a man that is that is stoic, that is strong, that is ready, like that is fierce, that have been through shit, that knows what's up, that knows they have their games going on. So I feel like when a man starts to show emotions, you are breaking the wall. Like when you allow her to see through, I think there are some certain level of confidence that is missing. After even the lady might not know it at first, but just imagine you, okay, imagine yourself as a lady, a man comes home or like a boyfriend comes home and is crying about him having a bad day or his boss talks to him
Currently,
anyhow.
I want to disagree with that. David.
Hold on a second.
I
Hold on a
know him
second.
as currently. But yeah,
Hold
I want to actually disagree with that. But go on. I don't want to interrupt you.
This is it. I don't think it is okay for men to like, even cry in front of their girls.
I'm not saying necessarily cry. Okay, let me rephrase that. Yeah. So I'm saying like a man is going through maybe financial issues or he has problems at work or something about family is disturbing him. This is really. I'm not even talking about all that. Even. I mean, it's not too much to share.
Yeah, I'm not talking
Somebody
about,
you consider your significant other.
I am not talking about,
Right?
I'm not talking about the sharing
Or
part of
maybe
it.
you've done something to your man and he's sad about it. Why not express yourself? Like,
I don't think I don't think it's I think only small percentage of ladies out there will respect a man after he has shown so much emotions about whatever is going on with him.
so
See,
I'm a lady. Let me speak for the
the
lady.
thing is, everybody is going through shit.
Okay.
Everybody in this life will go through shit. One at one point or the other, something will happen that will break you, will make you feel. But I think
But a man should be a man
a man should be a man.
and not express himself.
No, it's not in the
You should
manner
not
of
try to figure yourself
cry
out.
or do whatsoever. You
No, I'm
can
not saying don't cry now.
no,
But
like
please share how
you don't
feel
break
for your woman.
it. Sharing is a different thing. If I tell you, this is what's going on, this is what happened to me at work
Okay,
today.
no, let's not say. Okay, let's remove the crying part because the crying might be too extreme. But I'm
Yes.
saying when you're going through challenges or some things, can't you express it to your woman how you feel, exactly how you feel it.
Good.
Like,
See, I think if your woman has your back and she knows you so well enough, she knows already that this guy is going to shit, and she might have a way of figuring out one or two informations concerning what is going on at that particular point in time. They can talk about it.
okay, see,
But I
okay.
don't encourage any man out there to like feel.
So let
When you
me
feel down,
wait.
listen. This is a man's issue. You can't possibly know it. I am telling you that men, I think what works the best is when a guy, you are going through shit and
And you
you are
figure
able
it
to like
out.
stand against
Be
it,
a
fight,
man.
be a man, face it, and conquer
Conquer
at
it.
the end of it. Because at the end of the there is light at the end of every tunnel. I believe. So me, I believe.
Okay, so this question I'm going to diversify it into two parts.
Okay.
It's been up on my brain for a while.
All right.
So how would you feel if your woman does same thing, like she's going through shit and she doesn't let you know, and you find out some other time that this is what this woman went through at some point?
Okay.
How would you feel that she was able to carry on that burden without even pulling you, the man, along with the relationship?
I strongly don't really believe in it. You see, this is it. Those are one of the
So you
things.
have to share.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
I think those are the things that separate. Those are one of the like fundamentals that separate guys from girls. Ladies can't go through shit without not having some kind of expression
Throwing tantrums.
to like back it up, that you will know that almost something is going on. Then you have to come in. She need help and whatsoever.
Exactly.
But guys can do all those things, and when they have one or two things going on, or find a way they can laugh away their sorrows, and they will still be fine. So that's what I believe. So that's one big fundamentals that separates both boys and girls. So you can't really understand what is going on. That is why it's not advisable for you as a lady to think a guy should bring out any emotions. It's of no value. Even if you go far into it, they said if you're even I think we can even bring up the Bible in this. They said if your tears or whatsoever change won't change the situation. I don't think I can quote the verse correctly, but I think listen, but I think you can understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like if your worries won't change the situation, then why in the first place putting
Okay,
all
so I said I was going to diversify it into the other part. The second part is, so what about men that when they're going through shit now, they now start to act a certain way, like, okay, let me paint a picture here, where a man is going through some kind of stuff and the attitude he's giving his woman starts to change.
Yes.
Now, I'm not so, in as much as a woman, I'll prefer, my man carry me along. I'm not saying everything now, like every little thing that happens in his life. He will now call me. him being like maybe he tries to do something very minor. Like I'm talking about real life situations. Like
That's
he's
what I'm
having
telling
family
you.
issues.
I get your
Or
point.
he's having some serious life changing
I
issues.
think I think that
No,
is
hold on, please let me
okay.
finish.
Sorry.
Right? So I'm saying that as a woman, I would like it if my man should bring me along. It doesn't reduce the love or value or how I see him. It doesn't reduce anything. Personally, I don't know about any other woman, right? Okay, now I don't have a problem with if he feels like he doesn't want to share with me or he feels like he doesn't want to stress me. Like it's even better when he feels like, I don't want to bother her head with this. Let me handle it. I'm the man. But what about times when he now starts to act funny? He's asking for space. When you go up to
Okay.
him, he's behaving funny, he's
Good.
yelling at you, he's just being a different person.
That's the point. I
What
get
do you
it.
now have to say?
Okay, good. You see, when a guy is giving up, is giving into his emotions, those are the kind of results you get.
When he starts to treat you somehow.
Yes. When you see a man that is stoic, that knows, that has his shit going on, that knows that this is what I'm facing and I need to fight, he would not give into those kind of things you're talking about.
Oh,
Are you getting the point?
he wouldn't let you as a
Even,
woman even feel it.
even you don't have to feel it.
Wow.
Are you getting that's okay? Okay, let me give you a very prime example to back this up. I don't know if you've seen this book, Gulag archipelago. It's one if you've maybe seen Jordan Peterson, maybe if you've read his
I'm not big on reading.
okay, good, fine. Okay, I'm just going to give you like if the first volume of the book. In this book, there is a man, like it was like during when the Russian Communism Party, when they were like during Soviet Union and the rest of them, before they got dissolved and so on. There's this when like when the Russians were trying to clean up their country, like make sure this is what is like the kind of policy that was going to stand in their country. There's this man, they put a lot of people in prison. I get it. So there's this particular man that was stoic enough, like he was already sentenced to death. And in the book, he was asked to like when you are when that kind of sentence has been passed, they would like give you like make your last wish and whatsoever. So he said he demanded to see his family.
Okay.
So the Russian government at that time, they said, okay, we are going to allow you to see your family on one condition. You are not going to tell her that you've already been sentenced to death.
Wow.
Are you getting the point? Okay, this man now, do you believe that that man agreed to the term? The wife was shipped to the camp and she spent 5 days with him. And do you believe that this man did not open his mouth to say that this is what's going to happen to me?
But he behaved normally.
He behaved normally. He enjoyed his life, even knowing that, carrying that kind of thing, not telling the wife that, making sure that the last moment they had was pure happiness, pure good time, that this is it.
Wow.
That is
I
stoic.
stand a strong man.
So that's I think that is one of the problems we have. When you see men give into their emotion, like those are the kind of problems that comes in. You don't a man, you shouldn't give into your emotions because you want every moment like to matter, to value. I've never seen my dad cry. Wow. I've seen my mom cry many times. No matter the issues, I've never seen my dad cry. And I think those are the kind of
It's something that comes with real women. We cry at the least like
so
you wanna cry.
So that's the thing.
That's
I think that's another book everybody should like. You should be encouraged to like read. When you read that book, you as a guy, I think you will feel more muscular. I'm telling you the truth.
So next question is: do men prefer? Okay, this one is for my Lagos men because almost all the women in Lagos have BBL. Right? The BBL stands for Brazilian butt lift, which is like
shit.
Do men feel more attracted to women with BBL, which is like artificial bum, than people with natural bum, no matter the size?
Okay, good. I think me personally, I think I feel disgusted by ladies having all those extra weight on their back, like moving around. You get? I don't find it anywhere near attractive. Wow. That's me personally. Maybe some guys do. I'm not. So I think it boils down to preference. But I don't. I think a lot of people would. If a guy likes you enough, he would not. I think people that does I think people that does this BBL whatsoever, I think it's their own issue of being insecure about themselves. They feel like they need to do this to look great and whatsoever. And I don't think it's supposed to be like that. You should have confidence. You should be able to like. I think that's one reason anybody should even go to the gym. I'm advising you all to go to the gym. It's a good thing.
Money.
So I think when you start to find your confidence, you will know that all those things you can do it. You have the chance. You have the chance to like get to the best of your
improvement. So he's actually right.
We can talk about that.
So much improvement. Why do men lose interest quick, especially after they've? I think it's almost related to why men ghost. Why do men lose? Like a man would approach you and he's so in love, he's doing everything, holding the car door for you, doing everything you have seen in the fairy tale movies, and then suddenly, once after like maybe 3, 4, 5 months in the relationship, he starts to like relax. He's so laid back. What happened?
Like I think, yeah, like you said, it's related to one of the questions we've talked about before. I
Yeah,
think it still comes down to the lady after being, after they've been into having one or
she's
two
being
things. Maybe
comfortable.
probably after she's already much more comfortable with the guy, and all her attitudes start to,
Show themselves.
so maybe, and that's one thing that I don't think ladies used to like pay too much attention to that. I think your attitude, your character,
Being part of the
it contributes a lot when in however your relationship is going
So
to play
you're
out.
saying, okay, so this is what happens here from a lady's perspective. At that point where you're still doing the chasing, and I'm still the catch at that point. So I'm still doing all the packaging, all the like. Let me put it this way: the way I'm going to dress up to come on camera is not the way I'm going to dress up every day I'm sitting in my house. If I'm sitting in my house, I'm not going to put on wig and put on lip gloss. I'm going to just sit down because I'm trying to relax in my house. So this is what happens when you're still chasing and still trying. Like for us at that moment, you're still like a foreign body. We're still trying to, especially if I like you, but I still want to do shakara for you. Let me
Okay.
use the word shakara, right? I would still want to package and do all these extra things. But when we've gotten to a particular level, I feel like the way now, if my siblings are living with me, I don't necessarily need to. I can look like a goat and come in front of them because they are my siblings. Do you understand? I feel like they are family. I'm comfortable with them. But if you call me out like, okay, come, let's go have dinner. I want to dress well, look good because you're a I don't know if that makes sense. But when we've started a relationship, we've gotten comfortable, right? I feel like this person is part of me now. So I don't necessarily have to look a certain way.
Yeah.
I can get free and get loose in front of you, right? So do you guys now think, okay, so if you're asking me out as a guy and I agree, so I should still keep wearing wigs and still keep
No.
doing all those things I used to do? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, like
Okay.
absolutely not. That's like the opposite of what I'm talking about.
Okay, so what I say?
So what I'm saying is, when it comes down, it's no longer the beauty when you are already with somebody, like when you guys are already having shit going on, shit, yeah. It's no longer the beauty any longer. So when I said character, I said attitude. There are some kind of weird behavior that the guy might just start to notice, and it might
It's
just
not
start to
cool with
like, I
him.
don't like this thing. And definitely because they've had one or two things to do, and it seems that the girl is already much more comfortable, then the issue of telling her that this is it, I don't want this again. I don't want. A lot of men would just want to save themselves the burden of
And just
sin,
disappear.
and just want to like, no, 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 I can't deal with this, and just avoid the whole thing.
I feel like communication is key. If there's anything she's doing you feel like you're not comfortable with, then
Yeah,
actually just tell her.
that's a good thing, yes. But in some case, it is already embedded in the
In her, I
in
think
her
you
hand,
have to change.
and you telling her to change now, it's already, you might even be the one even striking, like bringing out the issue. It does not look as if you are the one that is having problem, because you are trying to tell her to change from the kind of things that are already fundamental with her nature. I don't know if you are getting my point. So a lot of men will just the story, guys. I know if you cope. I beg.
See, the funny
Deal
thing is
breaker.
that men think women are the complex people, but men are complex. Because from everything you said now, I'm still trying to figure out what exactly you're trying to say. But the thing is that women are very, very simple. If I want to tell you what a woman wants from a man or a relationship, I will just tell you straight up and you will get it. But look at how he's quoting everything like, you get the issue,
Guys.
the attitude.
Guys.
Really?
Guys, I really want to ask yourself this same question. Are women that easy? No, see, women are. Oh my god.
Don't worry.
See,
Don't worry.
I'm sure you guys know that that's not true.
It's true.
Women don't have
Men
specific.
are
They change.
complex.
Women are
Men
more
are
complex.
complex.
No,
Men
women
are
are more
complex.
complex.
Like how would you say you meet somebody and you like her and there's some attitude? Okay, what are the attitudes? Like, okay, let me put this directly to you now.
What kind of attitude?
What are some attitudes or attributes you could see on a woman that will turn you off? That you feel like you can't even change this thing, you can't correct it.
Okay,
What are
good.
some attributes?
Okay, good. There are some kind of people that, for example, I'm going to say this. It's not like I'm just good. I think this one just popped in my head now. Maybe as a guy, like maybe she talks too much in a language. Can
Okay,
be
how local dialect.
yes, it can be something that, and how can you expect,
Can you date somebody outside your dialect? your child brother.
Definitely, but
So why would you have an issue with them speaking like that?
I'm not saying it's when it becomes too much. When maybe the kind of people she have this conversation with, like very close, intimate conversation with, and
Male friend.
not even male. It can even be a family or whatsoever. It can. Yes, I get the point, but
So I used to date somebody that was a different tribe from me, and I used to like if I even see somebody from his tribe, I'm like, oh, see your sister, see your brother.
I'm just making.
And I like
I'm
it when they
just.
speak that
I'm just
language.
making an example. I'm not saying that's the case entirely. I'm just bringing up. It can be turn off for some other guys. Take it.
I don't understand why that should be a turn off for
You don't understand.
God.
Like it can be a turn off for some other guys, and there are other issues that can a lady can start doing, or you can start to find out, is this how this lady is? And
Like what? I want you to call names like this person.
okay, fine.
So I've
not been in the situation before, so that's the reason why it's hard to.
Not dated anybody before.
No, I mean that I would just not like. First of all, I think.
Let me put this straight to you now directly. Directly, right? Is there any time you dated somebody in your life and like you liked this person, you really were into this person, and at some certain stage you stopped feeling that way towards that person because of some certain things they used to do? What were those things that turned you off?
Okay. What about somebody that we usually have issues, and or maybe something she find out something and she start laying courses? I'll definitely like turn my back against anybody that calls me name, no matter what I do say.
Okay.
Because I don't think there's ever been.
I'm actually against that.
Yeah, you against that.
I don't feel like you need to call me names like fool, idiot.
Okay, there are some people. There are some kind of stuff that will happen. There are some kind of lady that enjoy reporting you to maybe your friend.
No, now you're missing it. She's not reporting you. She feels like she can't talk to you at that point. So she's looking for I used to do that before, but I think I'm not going to ever do that again because it really didn't play out right for me. But here is the thing.
Good.
I used to have a boyfriend that, when we have issues, it's really hard to assess him why. He feels like I'm trying to be confrontational, whereas I'm just trying to have a conversation. I'm big on conversations, right? And if I'm dating you and we're having some misunderstanding, I want to talk with you and talk it out. But this person on the other side doesn't believe in talking things out. He believes on we're having issues, everybody go your separate ways. When your head is calm, we come back and we'll just continue from there. We don't even need to talk about what happened. But I have this mindset that we need to talk about what happened because that will help us to become better as we progress, right?
Okay.
So now I feel like the only way I can assess him, because I feel like since I can't talk to him because he won't even listen to me, the next person, I wasn't really close to his family, right? If I was close to his family, I could have met maybe his sister or somebody. But the next people I saw that were close to him, aside from me, were his friends. So now I'm not trying to report to you that they should come and scold you. I'm trying to tell them that this is the situation and this is how I feel about it, and they should talk to you. Since I cannot be able to talk to you,
Okay,
that's just what happens.
Okay, that's a very good thing.
Yeah.
You've like, this is very okay. Let me bring out something from what you said now. You've spoken to this person concerning, like, from your own perspective, you think this is the person you can relate this kind of conversation with,
Yes,
which is fair on your own side. Do you know if it is fair that this person now is bringing this conversation to your boyfriend, and your boyfriend likes to hear, is the kind of person that your boyfriend wants to hear this kind of stuff?
So if you don't like to hear it from your friend, you don't like to hear it from your girlfriend, so who would you now listen to?
So this is the point.
Everybody has somebody that can talk to them, and no matter how crazy they are, like
that's
no
the
matter how
point. You've actually not find that person. Maybe I can't be 100% correct on what you are talking about now, because since you said that there has to be somebody that.
So let me ask you, who is that person that no matter what is happening in your life that can talk to you and you calm down?
Anybody can talk to me.
Wow. Okay.
Anybody can talk to me. I feel like, yes, when I'm not the kind of person that would get angry because I'm the kind of person that would like to listen. I would not even want to hear the conversation. I would listen to my girlfriend to know where I did it.
And you would like to analyze it from her own perspective.
Definitely, because that's something that I do, like, every moment of my life. I think about every situation or whatever is going on in my life twice. So I try to think it from my own perspective and from the other person's perspective. If it's not something it's something that I know that I can find the answers in between. I don't need to go somewhere else and whatsoever. That's me personally. Maybe that's
so
the reason.
You would prefer your girlfriend coming to you to talk things out.
If I fuck up, yes, let them tell me, yes. Rather than meeting somebody. I don't prefer to hear it from somebody else. If somebody else comes to tell me, then I feel it's a turn off for me. I think I would even hate the situation the more.
Oh, wow. Okay, interesting. And that means that's why communication is key. Because like when you're dating somebody, let them know these things. Because like for me, if I'm trying to assess you and you're not assess, well, I wouldn't just walk up to your friend and tell them like this is what's going on. I would try to talk to you first. It's when I now realize that you're not giving me that listening ear. You're not trying to indulge me. You're not trying to sit out the situation with me and have a proper conversation. I'll think of who is the next person that can talk to this person. It's a relationship, it's two-sided. Sometimes you indulge, even if you're not in the mood to talk about it.
Mm.
You can accommodate my own time to talk about it. Like, okay, she's ready to talk about it, so let's do it.
You see, that's why. You see, let me tell you something. If you think about those kind of issues in a relationship, then there is no
Or even
way.
if you're not ready to talk about it, you could just say, okay, babe, please, come talk about it later.
There are some people that they are not well mannered like that. That would want to, that it won't come to their mind, like there's some cautioners to tell you that, hey babe, please let's talk about this later. Me, I think me, I find myself in a situation where I can do that. Like no, now let's talk. Let's
Like,
do it
I've
later.
been soft about it. A lot of people that beg.
Yeah.
Like, don't be.
There are some people that don't have those skills. It's all those things are skills. People need to acquire all those things. There are some people that they've not tried it before. They don't even believe in it and stuff like that. And you can't expect that kind of person to like wake up or do all those kind of things just because you feel it's the right thing to do at a particular point in time. People have their certain way or their own ways of doing things that have worked for them over a long period of time.
Okay. All right. Okay. Fair enough.
So what I'm trying to say is that you as the person, if you are, it just depends on you being in control of the situation at that particular point in time. If ladies, when it comes to issues like that, I believe like ladies should be much more in control of those kind of situations because you already know that this is the guy you are dating and you like this guy for one or two things, and that is the big picture.
You guys always say this, man.
Listen,
Like, that we also have emotions.
listen. That's what I'm saying now. That's what I'm saying. I'm just teaching you a little bit to be stoic. You know what? So at that point in time, you already know that this is how this guy behaves. You don't need to commit into it. Are you getting? If you know, like, I don't know if you are getting my point. You don't need to commit yourself and make sure that like bring out the whole problem that is going on in your case. You already know that if I try to talk to this guy, now he will not listen. Let me keep quiet. I think that is how a lot of things are. See, there is no good relationship. There's never been a good relationship in this life. Anybody that's telling you that my relationship is good, it's because they've gone through the most shit in life. Because everything about us can never be perfect. We must just be doing shit.
So you have to go through that shit.
So you have to know.
Arrive at a place where you guys have a.
So I think the whole thing is judged with the kind of time you guys have spent
Together.
Yes, that is when you can like compliment the whole idea that this is what I've been through, and I'm happy that we are still here today. So that's
why are men in a hurry to have sex, bro? Like this one, because like a man will meet you, it's very like
the answer is very simple. Men are run by testosterone. So you get, when you have testosterone driving inside your body, you are driven to do a lot of things. You are driven to like show. It's not only sex men are in a hurry to have. When you see two guys, you can see how quickly maybe things are not going fine. You can see how quickly guys be like collide to each other, start throwing punches or start doing whatsoever. It's because of what runs the guys. Testosterone plays most of the roles in that aspect, plays the violence, play all those kind of things. Ladies are more nature, right? Ladies are, yes, that is the answer, because ladies are more reserved. Ladies are run with estrogens. You cannot expect ladies are on the calmer side. A lady will not even show so much violence with by being physical or whatsoever. They tend to do all those kind of things, like maybe laying insults or do whatsoever. But guys, they can afford to like they won't even abuse themselves. They will start throwing punches or do whatsoever. Be crazy. Guys, now they go now. So that's the answer.
Do you think men have this special value for virgins?
Jesus Christ. Me, I think, wow, that's a big one. I think personally, I don't like to. Me myself, I'm not into virgins. When I even see virgin already, I don't think I say I dey follow underage, that kind of stuff.
No matter her age.
No, is that no? Her age is.
That means she's 25 and a virgin.
That would be very difficult for me to believe.
What if you now try and you see that she's actually a virgin? So
it depends on my level of commitment to her. Then
you wouldn't want to lead her on.
If I find out that she's a virgin and I feel like I don't want this is not something I want to settle with or whatsoever, I would rather not even be in the position to do it.
Yeah, so don't lead her on.
Yeah, I would
probably had a reason for keeping it that long.
Yeah, so I would
I love this particular question. It's very interesting. So here's the drift, right? So a guy is dating two girls. Now he tells one about the other one, and he does not tell the other one about the other one. Okay, simply put, I'm dating Wumi and Bola. I tell Wumi there's a Bola, and I do not tell Bola there's a Wumi. Who do I like better between two of them?
I think the person you are protecting from the truth is always the person you like, because men will do anything like protect. Because I think that's one of the fundamentals about guys, to always want to provide and protect for the
For the
person
person they care
they care
about.
about the most. So I think they will do anything or lie or go through all this stuff because they
They
intend
want
to
to protect
protect.
the image they
So
have.
the whatever they have with the person they are telling everything might not be concrete, might not be, they might just be like maybe one or two things that maybe they just enjoy the vibes or they like the moment and they're having fun.
So if I like Bola, why am I now cheating on Bola with Wumi?
And okay, I think this is it. So an you cannot, men are naturally to an extent like monogamous, a bit polygamous in nature.
I don't want to
Sorry,
hear
sorry,
that.
sorry. Okay, I think that was wrong. That was wrong. That was wrong.
Exactly.
I really can't find the basis. If I think guys will, they might just be something they are enjoying, or probably in most cases, maybe the person they are telling everything is the kind of is the person that likes them, just for being, and they don't want to like throw shit, like throw things, or not like just telling them or come out and say no, I don't want to have anything to do with you and stuff like that. So they just engage since they can be having one or two things to benefit from the time they're having together, but they really like Bola, and that's why they will do anything to protect Bola from.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Why do guys find it difficult? Okay, I think this is similar to something we already talked about before about how men find it difficult to express their emotions. But this is really just why do guys find it difficult to discuss issues, or problems with their girlfriends? So I think we already talked about it before, where you said men should be stoic
Yeah.
and they should be in control of their emotions, right? And you said we should read what book is that?
Gulag Achapenigo.
So we're going to add the title of that book in the description box, just in case you're a guy watching this and you're interested in seeing that book.
So
It
you,
talks about how men should be more in control of their emotions
yes, you
and
should be in control of emotion as a guy. You need to be, that's what the society is preaching to a lot of guys these days, that you should be docile, you should be, you should show emotions, you should cry. It's okay to cry, it's okay to do all these things. But that's not it. If you look at 50 years ago, as far back as just even 50 years ago, you see that men, the fundamentals of men were not built to do all these kind of things. You have to stand, you have to be ready to fight, you have to be ready to die, take the stand for the people you love or for the people you care about so much. So as a man, I don't encourage you, you know, having some kind of emotional conversion, because life is not going to be good for you like
100%.
90% of the time,
All right.
whether you like it or not. Everybody, including the richest man in the world, has a lot of things going on for him. In fact, those people even have more stakes, like more stuff at stake compared to just you as a regular person. So you as a person, you who is still finding your way, I don't think you should you should have any virtue or have anything to do with showing your emotions or whatsoever. It's just not good. It's not good for a relationship. It's not good for you. It's not good for anybody. You have to learn how to face it, be in control, be dangerous,
Oh,
and
wow.
learn how to control all those things. That's what keeps it,
Interesting.
that's what makes it a virtue.
Is blue balls as serious as men make it? So, if you, in case you're wondering what blue balls mean, is it a myth or is this something that actually happens for real?
It's actually a real thing. It's a very real thing. I think every man has, at some point, maybe when they were much younger and they don't know it, they've experienced blue balls, myself, including myself. So I don't think. Well, I think a lot of people can like use it as like pray into it,
Exaggerated,
exaggerate the whole issue, and I don't think that is what it
make
does.
it look more
If
serious than it
if if
is.
it looks like you are not going to have anything to do with somebody and the other person is not feeling it, there's no point like wasting too
Moving,
much effort
pushing.
to the extent that you start having blue balls from it. You should learn how to control yourself as a guy. I think every guy should have that spirit of, if things are
Control.
not going on, control yourself
Right.
and let things be.
Did I ask you why men cheat? I can't remember asking you that. I think I missed that question. Why do men cheat?
Why men cheat?
Why do men cheat?
Okay, I think this has a very universal, like universal approach to the entire question. Like, answer. Let me put it like that, because if you look at the fundamentals of how men has been in existence, a lot of men with high quality, the high value, so-called high value we talk about these days, that every woman in the world wants, they all cheat because those men have a bunch of
Wait,
options to choose from.
are you trying to say that women like men that cheat, therefore men have to cheat?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that men, if you meet like a high value man,
Okay.
somebody who has worked hard, who has done a lot of things to acquire all those things, like acquired wealth, acquired everything, status, everything that you like. That man has probably been to a lot of stuff before he can get to that level. And him being at that point in time, if I don't think you as a lady has the leverage in that particular point in time. So a lot of men like that in that position would want to like exploit their options.
Are you trying to say that a man will definitely have to cheat once he's successful?
A lot of successful men cheat. I'm not saying it's something
No,
that they
that's not
must
the
do.
question now. I
It's
asked
not. I'm
why
not
men
saying
cheat.
there are no. There are some kind of people that the reason why they are successful is because they'll be able to hold on, like not indulge in those kind of stuff. Those kind of men, you would applaud them because that is who they are. But I'm telling you that a lot of all these big men out there, like people that are well successful, high value men, so called, they have
They cheat.
they even in fact the point the real story is that a lot of ladies flaunt themselves to them irrespective of
No,
their,
no, me see the
even if
question.
they are married or
The
whatsoever.
question is why do men cheat? So I expect to say this is why men cheat, not because they are successful.
Okay.
Okay, or is that why they cheat? Your perspective, because they've been through shit, so they have to cheat.
No, that's not the point.
Why do
The
men
thing
cheat?
is, it has been like that since inception. If you look at since the time of Listen, if you look at all these people you called like the men that shaped the world, like people started with like all these Genghis Khan, Alexander the Great, all these guys, we can talk about them from now to tomorrow, the kind of great things they do. And if you check it out, a lot of these guys have a bunch of wives, and there's nothing we can do about that.
Wow.
I mean, this is historical fact. There's nothing anybody can take away from it. All these men, in fact, they are even giving ladies to. You can okay, for example, now look at all these kings we have about. Even in this Nigeria, you can see them. People even hand over wives to them. People present women to them as, those are.
No, see, what I'm expecting you to answer is because there are still some great men that don't cheat. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. That those men,
But
it's a good thing that a man
like
doesn't.
I want to know, like, what are those emotions that runs through a man that makes him cheat? Like, it's not,
Okay. Let me give you the
yeah.
straight answer you're looking
Because
for.
there's some poor men that still cheat.
This is
There's
it.
some men that don't have money that cheat. You're talking about great men, agreed, right?
Okay, yeah, this
What
kind
about
of
the poor men that cheat?
this kind of poor men that you're talking about that cheat, definitely they mimic some kind of character like of the rich men. They won't come
So
to you
you're
like,
trying to say that cheating is an attribute that comes with being successful.
no.
That's what you're saying.
First, I think that's a certain thing we can talk about. That's another, yes, it's true.
So being successful comes with being
No, it's not being. You don't have to. A lot of people can. I've told you that some people are successful, and the reason why they are successful is because they don't even indulge in all this kind of stuff. So you can. That's never been a part or been anything to their lives. It's nothing compared to how they've lived their life. So they don't indulge in it like all these big pastors that we can talk about here. So good.
Okay.
So what I'm saying now is that men generally from
They're wired in a way that once they start to get successful,
they can have men can have sex without any emotions being attached. It's
Okay,
just
now
a
we're
feeling at
talking.
that point in time.
So
They just
they're
tend
just
to.
attracted to what they see, and because they're seeing it, they have to explore.
Okay, for example, now if you find yourself like with a very successful man now that has to travel, that has to be in, like maybe you get to, even you as the wife, you get to seem like maybe a few weeks a year, a couple of weeks a year. That kind of man now, you cannot say in your mind that this man is not cheating on me or what. In fact, in your own, for the fact that he provides everything, I think if you are very reasonable, you will know that this man really cheat or one or two, but talk. Now, me still be the wife. Now, nothing. I don't know if you are getting my point. Like for the fact that they are not at home, they are not around you all the time. They will, all those kind of things come up. You can't deny. You can't throw it away. It happens all across the world. So, but what I'm trying to tell you now that men are capable of having like sexual relationship without any emotions being attached, 100%. But a lady is not capable of doing that kind of stuff. A lady is having sex with somebody now, it means they are giving that kind of person like, okay, I welcome you. They have, because ladies are born with this value. I don't know if you are getting my point. People are born with the value. Like it is
Yeah,
something.
emotionally
Yeah,
attracted to it.
that's why you can see a lady that doesn't have anything. Maybe she does have a bunch of DMs and the rest of them, and she will find herself on a private jet at 18 years old, at 19 years old. A man, have you in this? How many men have you seen 18 years old, 19 years old on a private jet? That's one thing.
Okay.
Okay, good. You are okay. This you would a man before you say a man having a private. Okay, let's even talk about this all this yacht cruise, all this yacht, all these things. You
Ooh.
see before
Shake
you
my
see
brain.
a hair, you will see bunch of
Ingrid, yeah.
they can say they will see bunch of ladies like moving across the yacht, doing whatever they like, and they didn't spend a dime. But that man now must have worked his ass off, done a lot of things to find himself having maybe
So
millions of
what
money to be able to acquire.
it's trying to say to us is that once a man is successful, he has to cheat.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not the point.
Okay.
I'm just trying to let you know that men are
They do it as
capable
a
of
compensation for
men are capable of
the
having other partners without. I'm not saying this thing to like
without emotion.
without emotions. It's
So then they
compared
just
to
want to explore what they've seen.
no, some ladies too are capable of doing it too, but I don't discriminate because I know everybody with their own different mind. But I'm just trying to speak on the the mass, the
Assumption
multiple of people.
or
Yeah,
yeah, okay. All right, moving on to the
the
very
large.
last question of today's episode is: would you get turned off if a girl is hairy, like freaking hairy down there? So you meet a girl and you guys vibe well, you guys end up together, and you find out she's so hairy down
Yeah. Personally, I'm not. I don't think I don't like it.
there. You know, into it,
I'm the. I feel like anybody should at least.
dehydrated.
If you don't do it as a lady, I feel like you are not. I'm not saying you do it every time, but I don't feel like if you are the kind of person that don't do it at all, I feel like you are not taking care of you're not taking care of yourself enough.
Okay.
So
So it could
that
be a
is
turn off for you.
yeah, I think to an extent, a reasonable amount is not.
So you can actually pull back from doing
I think
whatever
so.
because of that. Ooh, interesting. Okay, it's been a very wonderful time with Courtney David right here on our hot set. And ladies, I hope we're able to answer all of your questions. Do well to leave us more questions in the comment section because we'll be doing this more often, right, Courtney?
Yeah, absolutely,
Definitely.
hundred
You'll
percent.
be seeing him more often on the channel. So thank you so much for sticking around, watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you had fun, Courtney.
Yeah, I had like absolutely
So you
huge
want to give
amount
a
of
shout
fun.
out to viewers?
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for feel free to leave a comment, and we are still down to answer more questions. And thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Alright guys,
Peace
thank
out.
you for watching and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share this video with your loved ones and family members if you enjoyed it. And keep watching and keep staying fabulous. Bye.